Hello, YouTube. I recently got a haircut and I don't know if it looks crazy or not. I can't really tell in this lighting. It's kind of dark. I also have a giant freaking bump on my head that I didn't know was bleeding. It's kind of bothering me. I have more forehead now than I did before, and it's just everything is exposed. So I feel kind of vulnerable. Just want to throw that away. Be right back. Here I am. Alright. I recently started DBT therapy. I used to be in it before. Um, Wait, what day was it on Monday? Today's the 22nd, 21st, 20th, so 7/20/26. Okay. I was in it before, but I had to stop because my house burned down, and I relocated. Couldn't keep going to the same therapy office. I mean, I've been living here for like a year now, so I've definitely been in a stable spot, and I guess now I'm just ready to start going to therapy again. And yesterday was my first day filling out the diary card. And every day you have to basically answer a list of questions on this sheet, and you can go through it with me. And I can show you. Like, the first question is, did I take my meds today? Yes. What levels of depression did I experience? I would say maybe like a 2 to a 3. So you can write a range because we don't experience one emotion throughout the day. Things fluctuate. We experience things at a varying degree of levels, a lot of different things you can feel at once. Feelings of anger. I'll say my anger was pretty low today, maybe like a 1 to a 2. Anxiety has been high recently. Like, same as yesterday, it's probably like a 3 to a 5. I need to put some Vaseline on. That is amazing. Okay, anywho. Fear. Fear's been up there, like a 4 to a 5. Shame. I feel like it was a little bit higher, like, than yesterday, like a 2 to a 3. Sad has been like a 3 to a 4, for sure. Maybe like, actually, maybe like a 2 to a 4, I would say. My joy has been like, oh, well, I'll say 2 to 4. Physical pain has been, ooh, like a 3 to a 4 today. Suicidal ideas. I'm say intensity of urge. Sadly, it's been like a 3. And did I act on the urge? No, I did not. Self-injury behavior. The urge, 0. And I did not act on it. Therapy interfering behavior, 0. And I didn't act on it. Drugs and alcohol, 0. And no. Hours of sleep. I probably went to bed around like 1 last night and woke up at like 10. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 9 hours. Or just to quit therapy, 0. If anything, the urge only increases because I feel crazy. Now we go through the list of skills that we learn in DBT, and there's a lot of them. There's different categories of skills, 4 different categories. There's core mindfulness, interpersonal skills, emotional regulation, and distress tolerance. First one is wise mind. The wise mind is the balance between the emotional mind and the reasonable mind. I did use that skill. Observe. Notice without getting caught in the experience. Experience without reacting to your experience. I don't know if I did that. Describe. When a feeling or thought arises, you act, acknowledge it. Or you act, acknowledge it. Describe to yourself what is happening. Label your feelings. Call a thought, just a thought. A feeling, just a feeling. I feel like I did do that, yeah. Participate. Enter into your experiences. Act intuitively. Practice. I did do that today. It was good. Non-judgmental stance. See but don't evaluate. Focus on the what and not the good, terrible, wonderful, should, and should not. Yeah, I did do that. One mindfully. Focus on the moment. Do one thing at a time and focus on what you are doing or whom you are with. Let go of distractions. I don't know if I did that. It was hard to do that today. Dear man, I didn't do that. I think I used give, yeah. Fast. Be fair, no apologies, stick to values, be truthful. I did that too. Those are some good skills that I appreciate. Please treat physical illness, balance eating, avoid mood altering drugs, balance sleep, get exercise. I don't know if I did that. Honestly, I could have. Build mastery, engage in activities that make you feel competent and in control. I did do that. I worked on my music today. Build positive experiences. Short term, do pleasant things that are possible now. Long term, make changes in your life so that positive events will occur more often. Build a life worth living. I don't know if I did that today. I mean, I did do that. I did an interview for a job that I didn't want to do, but got it done, and I do want to work at that job, so I'm glad I did it. Which relates to the next one, which is opposite to emotion action. Change emotions by acting opposite to current emotion slash urge. I do that like all day, every day. I swear, with things I don't want to do. Oh, yeah. Check the facts. Check out whether your reactions fit the facts of the situation. Changing beliefs and assumptions to fit the facts can help you change your emotional reactions to situations. I'm going to say no. Cope ahead. Cope ahead of time with emotional situations. Rehearse a plan ahead of time so that you are prepared to cope skillfully with emotional situations. That's a good one to visit. Problem solve. When the facts themselves are the problem, solving emotional problems consistently will reduce the frequency of negative emotions. That one's interesting to me. When the facts themselves are the problem, solving emotional problems consistently will reduce the frequency of negative emotions. Interesting. Stop skill. Stop, take a step back, observe, proceed mindfully. I did do that. Yes. Pros and cons. Examine short-term and long-term pros and cons. I think I should do that. I did use tip. Distract. Activities contributing, comparisons, emotions, pushing away, thoughts, sensations. Activities contributing, comparisons, emotions, pushing away, thoughts, sensations. Self-soothe. Use the senses. Use the senses. Vision, hearing, taste, smell, touch. I did that. Improve the moment. Imagery, meaning, prayer, relaxation, one thing in the moment, vacation, encouragement. I did that. Radical acceptance. Acknowledge what is, let go of fighting reality. Bruh, that one always gets me. That one always gets me because I feel like I'm really good at taking myself out of reality and my situation. And it's hard to kind of look at that for myself because I believe that you create your perception of reality. And so accepting reality, to me, you're accepting the reality that you create. And in that, there's also like reality, the reality you create can be harmful to yourself. So it's not always good to, um, well, let me revisit that thought. Did I radically accept? No. Turning the mind. Use turning the mind to commit to acceptance over and over again. Commit to acceptance over and over again. Yeah. Willingness. Readiness to enter and participate fully in life and living. Replace willfulness with willingness. I don't know if I did that today. Half smile. Yes, I did that all day. Mindfulness of current thoughts. Observe your thoughts. Adopt a curious mind. Remember, you are not your thoughts. Don't block or suppress thoughts. I didn't do that. Burning/building bridges. Cut off all addictive behavior options. Create new visual images and smells. Didn't do that. Alternate rebellion. Alternate rebellion replaces destructive rebellion and keeps you on a path to your goals. Yeah, I did do that. Adaptive denial. Push away distressing thoughts through skillful self-deception. I don't know if I did that. Alright, well that's the diary card for today. Ate that up. Get my things sorted. I also have my homework for this week. Maybe I'll go through it, but I'm not ready to do it just yet. The homework is as follows. Use this sheet to figure out your goals and priorities in any situation that creates a problem for you. Examples include situations where your rights or wishes are not being respected. You want someone to do or change something to give you something. You want or need to say no or resist pressure to do something. You want to get your position or point of view taken seriously. There is conflict with another person, or you want to improve your relationship with someone. Observe and describe in writing as close in time to the situation as possible. Write on the back of the sheet if you need more room. Prompting event for my problem. Who did what to whom? What led up to what? What is the situation about? What is it about this situation that is a problem for me? Remember to check the facts. My wants and desires in this situation. Objective. What specific results do I want? What do I want this person to do, stop, or accept? Relationship. How do I want the other person to feel and think about me because of how I handle this interaction, whether or not I get what I want from the other person? Self-respect. How do I want to feel or think about self-respect? How do I want to feel or think about myself because of how I handle the interaction, whether or not I get what I want from the other person? My priorities in this situation. Rate priorities 1, most important, 2, second most important, or 3, least important. Imbalances and conflicts and priorities that make it hard to be effective in this situation. Well, that's that. I'm tired and getting sleepy. I've been trying to relax myself. I've been trying to take observation of my nervous system and trying to make myself feel safe in my body, which, upon further inspection, I don't know if I do. Honestly, I feel like when I really like sit still and like relax my body, I start shaking because I feel on edge. I feel like it's not safe to do so. I feel like I need to have my senses heightened. I feel like I need to be always aware, always be in knowledge of my surroundings, I guess. No matter where I am, if I'm at work or if I'm at home, if I'm in bed, like instead of a super chill system, I have a super nervous system. And I have been trying to use some of my DBT skills to regulate my nervous system, like the tip skill, which is like using, what's the acronym stand for? It's like temperatures. Well, I have the binder right here. Let's take a look. Temperature, intense exercise, pace breathing, / paired muscle relaxation. And when I was at work, I could sense myself being on edge and kind of feeling worked up, kind of feeling a lot of tension in my body. Like I had a headache and my hands were shaking and I had a stomach ache. And so I went into the cooler at my work and I grabbed something cold and I pressed it against my face, my forehead, the behind my ears, on my neck, and it helped so much to just like relieve my headache, to kind of come back into my body in a way that felt safe. And yeah, it just made me feel a lot better. And I was taken out of my mind that was so stressed out, you know. And also the stop skill. Stop, take a step back, observe, proceed mindfully. And that's one that I feel like is underrated. Like literally, just stop what you're doing, take a step back, and be like, what is the situation that I'm in right now? How am I feeling? How am I reacting to it emotionally and physically? And just observe that situation, right? And when I was at work, I was just using another skill actually, cope ahead, right? Cope ahead of time with emotional situations. I wasn't anticipating an emotional situation when I got home, but when I was at work, I was thinking like, what can I do when I get home to kind of like relax my body, relax my nervous system, and feel truly relaxed and peaceful, because it is important to do that, because stress will give you health problems It really will. And if you don't do the work to like stop feeling stressed constantly, yeah, it'll give you health problems. And you don't want that. And you don't deserve to feel that way. No one does. Who would want to feel that way? I don't. Even though sometimes I think I should, because I feel like if I don't always meet a certain level of achievement, I'm not doing enough, I'm falling behind, I'm, comparing myself to what people have said about me, what people have said about other people, and a lot of non beneficial things. And so when I got home, I had something to eat because it's important to feed your body, and it's windy outside. I had something to eat. I took a really nice shower. I lit some candles. I turned the lights off. The candles smelled really good, and I used like a body wash that smelled really good. And yeah, just kind of used some really nice sensory input to calm down. And now I feel like very relaxed and like even more excited to go to sleep tonight, which is nice because I can come home from work and feel stressed and then just go to sleep and then wake up the next morning, continue the stress, and that sucks. That literally is not fun. And it's not beneficial to me because if I do that, I am going to have a hard day tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day, right? And then when will I relax? And I'm like doing all of this shit that stresses me out because I'm trying to get myself into a more peaceful situation or relaxed situation when a lot of the stress that I'm facing now is due to, well, some stuff is just stressful and I like have to just accept that it's just some stressful stuff and that it's going to make me a little bit stressed. But at the same time, none of that stress is relieved, and so it just built up inside of my body in a physical way. And there's enough space being taken up mentally that I don't need it to take up physical tension in my body, you know. That feels good to say. It feels good to talk about. It's just funny how life be sometimes, like you go through periods of feeling like really good and like you're on top of the world and like you have everything figured out and then just like I don't know, other days you feel like you don't got shit figured out and you're at the will of the world and like the path forward seems so unclear. And I think being able to channel an in between of those two things can be really helpful. Just trying to find balance in life in general, because I don't want to control everything. And there's a lot of excitement and honestly peace that brings me, that things can unexpectedly change. But on the other side of that, it's like you never know what the fuck could happen, and you're gonna be thrown into a situation that you could never expect, and sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's just not the greatest, and it's something that you would not have hoped would happen, but that's just life, right? And like either way, you literally just have to go with it. There's like, what other option is there? I mean, there's another option, but if I want to continue on in this life, I must roll with the punches, as they say, and try to keep my head up, try to keep perspective, try to contribute love into the world, and not let fear control my life, right? You know, there's a lot to be grateful for, and yeah, shit happens, but you keep going, and you try to do things better the next time. If you don't do things the way you wanted to at first, there's always more time. That's the thing. There is always an opportunity to do things a different way. Every second of your life, you have the opportunity to do things a different way than what you've done in the past. And, you know, your brain loves to have repeating actions because your brain craves safety. It doesn't always want what's good for you. I don't think your brain understands what's good for you. Your brain is trying to have you survive. And so if you've learned to survive a certain way, even though it's not sustainable, your brain is going to keep giving you the signals to do that same thing. And that's why change is so hard, especially when you don't practice change in a healthy way of growing, you know? Yeah, just some food for thought, I guess. Just some things to think about. I want to end this video off by reading um, a passage from not the Bible. Don't get scared. I'm not about to Bible. But I have a little book of gratitude, which is actually really nice. And every day you read another page, and I haven't read from it today, and so I think it would be really nice to do that right now. So let me go get it. I'm back. Don't worry. All right, tell me when to stop. Okay. Let's see what it says. Make showing and sharing your gratitude a part of your life. If someone does something nice for you, share your happiness with that person. Send a card or make a phone call. If you believe that a prayer has been answered by God, share your gratitude with God.